And welcome to another Startup TNT 5-Minute Friday. We have two Jesses in the house today with myself, Jesse Weave, lead ambassador for Startup TNT here in Saskatchewan, and Jessica McNaughton from memoryKPR. Hi, Jessica. How are you doing today?
Hey, Jess. I'm doing great. How about you?
It's fantastic. It's a beautiful day here in Saskatchewan. It's Halloween. Everyone's having fun, right? And I get to talk with you today a little bit more about your company and your experience with our previous foray into Saskatchewan before I came on board with Valhalla back in the spring. And Jessica was the winner of that investment summit. And we're so happy to have her here and to talk a little bit more about her business and her experience with our investment summit program. So why don't we just dive right in, and why don't you tell us a little bit more about memoryKPR?
All right. So it's MemoryKeeper, and I will tell you, it is exactly that. It's meant to save, store, design, and protect your stories and your memories. So all types of digital assets fit into it, and it's really kind of what we believe you'll be pulling off the shelf digitally in the next 20, 30, 40 years to tell your kids, your grandkids, and the next generation your stories.
That's fantastic. And how did you come up with this idea?
I mean, a number of things probably spinning around up here in this storm that's happening. But really, a couple big ones were having lost some pieces of media on social media from people we've lost, and it being really important to recognize, wow, most of the people I talk to say, how are you going to tell your stories? Well, if my social media account's not there, I'm not. So a combination of that and recognizing a gap in the market, and then a combination of just having lost some people and really realizing how much cherishing hearing their voice or hearing one of their stories or seeing them as they're about to erupt in laughter was for grieving and for healing and for just keeping people with us and learning from them and all that good stuff.
That's very profound. I love that. And it comes from that emotional part, right? And really wanting to solve a problem that's close to your own heart. And so you got involved with the investment summit. How did you hear about it? What did you think about the process? What did you learn?
So I had heard about it through Valhalla and something else I had done with Valhalla. And I think I had heard about that just through this startup network that we have and how good we all are at sharing information with each other. And yeah, it was amazing. The experience was amazing. For me, I went for it because I didn't know that I was even going to be ready for investment, but I thought, what an incredibly safe space with people who care and who are willing to take the time to teach you, to have to go through things like build your data room, make sure you understand what your valuation is, know what kind of things matter when you're going through that stage, but not in this scary commercial banker, you're on one side of the table and they're on another. It's like this really collaborative, safe place approach to be able to learn, network. And I mean, as always, it's also a place that you get to talk about your product, which if you're doing what you should be doing, you absolutely love that. So it was all those things, which is why I went into it. And I can say the benefits from going through it were exactly that. Beyond just building this awareness of your brand and your company and getting feedback, good and bad, what could be better, where can we learn, where are we hitting the mark, where aren't we, from people who do this all the time and see the companies that work and the companies that don't, is huge. And then, I mean, the support, the network, all those things, incredible. The people there who have just done it before and seen it done well before, that can help you learn really quickly. But also the funds themselves, we weren't going in with the intent of we thought, oh, we probably, like any good thing you enter, probably you think, oh, I don't have a great shot at it yet. But the funds have been what have extended our runway, given us the time to actually do some proper beta testing with our markets to make sure we're getting it right before we make an investment in marketing, rather than what we probably would have done before is use the little funds we had, hoped it worked, not had all the intelligence we needed to, probably not had our product in the space where it was really sellable yet. Whereas now we're just starting to make those investments in marketing, and we've got our app launch, we're moving on about 1,000 users, and a lot of them are giving us feedback and really engaged in the product. So we're in such a better spot to really invest now in spreading the word about what we're doing and how we're going to protect your stories forever, because of those funds, as well as just the advocates and ambassadors and teachers that we got through the network of the event, and actually even including the guest speaker at our event, which was Paul Allen, the founder of Ancestry.com, who's now a personal mentor of mine and an incredible advocate. Yeah.
That's so great to hear when we're making those kind of connections. Like just person to person can be, almost as valuable. Maybe not the same as cash, right? Obviously, cash is great, cash is king.
Honestly,
but making those connections,
valuable.
But especially a high level connection like that for a business, that you're very much synergistic with, right?
Exactly.
Great to hear. You answered so many of the questions I had on the follow up, all in that one block there, and I really appreciate it. And I guess one thing I would maybe want to follow up on is you're growing your business here in Saskatchewan specifically. What have you found to be sort of the best parts of being a startup in Saskatchewan? Right?
I mean, they're complete strangers who are advocating for my product, because people just take care of each other here. So sure, we have a smaller, base, but the amount of people who just get behind people and want to support them, pretty incredible. And I've always felt this, even as I worked corporate and hired people in Saskatchewan, the work ethic and commitment, like the people on my team are amazing. Like one of my software developers after hours was, helping me Photoshop a picture of my daughter because she missed a photo with her group costume team yesterday at school, and just good people, hardworking, dedicated, and really, rallying around you for success. Plus, go to Silicon Valley and there's a lot of people there from Saskatchewan. We go to all these other places and some of our greatest connections are oh yeah, I have roots there.
Wow. Yes. That's so great to see, actually, that Saskatchewan is able to create such wonderful talent in the tech space. So you're calling into us today from Cultivator down there in Regina, right? How has your experience been working with them?
Oh my gosh. I mean, there is a lot of, when you're the founder, you guys both know, or it's, you can't be everything, but you kind of have to be. And so there's so many resources here for, I've never done this before, can you help me? And the team is just, they're our ultimate cheerleaders, but also really bringing targeted intelligence to help us make good choices, because, we have so many dollars and so much time. And so we really have to minimize, we're all going to make mistakes, but we have to minimize the risk we take by not having the knowledge, and they just fill that gap really well.
Fantastic. Well, I think we've got to our 5 minutes mark here.
Sorry.
This has been a absolutely fantastic opportunity to talk with another fellow Jess. Always happy to chat. And just real quick, why don't you take us out here and just give us a little bit of what's the biggest thing on memoryKPR's plate right now? What would you like us to walk away with today?
I mean, just get the app, try it. We have a free version, build a story. You don't have to start from scratch. You can implement from social media, but we're adding so many cool things every week. You can edit now, you can add filters, don't wait until this is one of those things you think, I should do this tomorrow. No, do it now. Once you start building the stories, it's so meaningful.
Awesome. Yes. So I get right on that, get that app on your phone, and start saving those memories for years to come. All right. Yes. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.
And tell your friends.
Enjoy Halloween. Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Cheers.